Forgiveness is not about letting others off the hook. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of the past. We all carry something with us: regret, guilt, shame, or mistakes that haunt us like shadows. We replay our wrongs over and over, convinced that they define who we are. But here's the truth. Your past does not determine your future. What you did or didn't do can no longer hold power over you unless you allow it to. You've been carrying this weight, holding on to these wounds, and for what? To punish yourself? Keep paying for things that no longer need to be paid for? The truth is, forgiveness doesn't only heal the person who hurt you, it heals you. And the most important person to forgive is often the one we have the hardest time forgiving ourselves. We think that by holding on to the shame or regret, we're somehow making things right. But all we're doing is keeping ourselves stuck. The first step to moving on is forgiving yourself. It's not about excusing the past, but choosing not to let it dictate your present. The freedom you're searching for is in the release, in the decision to let go of what you can no longer change and step into the life you deserve. You are a beautiful, growing human being with an incredible future waiting for you. In order to truly step into that future, you must do one thing: you must forgive yourself. And when you forgive yourself, you free yourself. You release the chains that have held you back for so long. Acknowledge the pain, but don't let it define you. It's easy to get lost in the pain of our past. When we make mistakes, hurt others, or even hurt ourselves, the weight of it can feel overwhelming. It's like being trapped in a dark room and the walls are closing in on you. We replay the moments of failure, wishing we could have done things differently, wishing we could go back in time. But I'm here to tell you, the moment you acknowledge the pain is the moment you start to heal. Denying the hurt only gives it more power. Acknowledge what has happened. Sit with it. Feel it. Understand it. The emotion you are carrying, the regret, the guilt, it's a signal, not your identity. It's simply an indicator that you are human, that you are alive, and that you care. You can't move forward without first facing the reality of what you've gone through. But here's the key. While it's important to feel that pain, you cannot let it become the story you tell yourself. Pain doesn't have to become your identity. Mistakes don't define your worth. You are not a failure, no matter how much you've stumbled in the past. What defines you is your ability to rise above the hurt, to turn that pain into strength, and to show up better, wiser, and more compassionate than before. Think of a sculptor working with marble. They take the chisel to the stone, carving away the excess, slowly shaping it into a work of art. You too are being sculpted by your experiences. The mistakes, the pain, the failures, they are shaping you into someone stronger, more resilient. But you have to let go of the belief that the scars from your past will always control your future. When you acknowledge the pain but refuse to let it define you, you are taking back your power. You are saying to yourself, this is what happened, but it's not who I am. You can feel the pain and still choose to move forward. That's where your true strength lies, in your ability to decide who you are, regardless of the mistakes you've made. Forgiveness doesn't mean erasing the past. It means accepting it for what it is and understanding that you've learned from it. The scars will remain, but they no longer control you. They simply serve as reminders of how far you've come. Each step you take away from that pain, each moment you let go of the guilt is a victory. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be flawless. You simply need to be willing to keep going, to keep growing, and to keep learning. When you forgive yourself, you acknowledge your pain and use it as fuel for your growth. Your past doesn't have to be the anchor that holds you back. Instead, let it be the foundation on which you build your future. There is immense power in owning your pain. It is the first step in becoming whole again. When you refuse to let it define you, you are taking back control of your narrative. You are saying, I am more than my mistakes. I am more than my pain. I am a person who is learning, growing, and becoming better with every passing day. So, face the hurt. Let it teach you. Let it strengthen you. But don't let it decide your future. You are the one who writes your story, and the pen is always in your hand. Embrace your imperfection. It's what makes you unique. We live in a world obsessed with perfection. We are bombarded with images of flawless lives, flawless bodies, flawless success. But let me tell you, perfection is not real. Perfection is a myth. It's an illusion that we have been sold, and it only sets us up for disappointment. The truth is that your imperfections are what make you who you are. They are the brushstrokes that create your unique masterpiece. No one, no matter how glamorous their life seems, is perfect. Everyone has their flaws, their struggles, their mistakes. And it's these very imperfections that make us beautiful. They make us real. The world doesn't need another perfect person. The world needs more people who are willing to be raw, to be vulnerable, to be human. When you embrace your imperfections, you begin to see yourself in a new light. You stop judging yourself harshly for the mistakes you've made or the things you can't change. Instead of focusing on what's wrong with you, you start to appreciate what's right with you. Your uniqueness lies in the way you respond to challenges, the way you recover from setbacks, and the way you show up every single day. It's easy to get caught up in comparing ourselves to others. We see people achieving what we want, living the life we desire, and we start to feel inadequate. But here's the thing, their journey is not your journey. Your path is entirely unique. And it's paved with the lessons you've learned, the obstacles you've overcome, and the person you're becoming along the way. Imperfection is the very thing that makes you relatable, that connects you with others. When you embrace your flaws, you allow others to see that it's okay to be imperfect. You give others permission to be themselves, to make mistakes, and to grow from them. That's the beauty of being human. We are all in this together, learning from each other, growing together. Your imperfections are not your weaknesses. They are your strengths. They are your story. They are the parts of you that make you stand out in a world that often encourages conformity. When you allow yourself to be imperfect, you set yourself free. You stop trying to fit into someone else's mold and start creating your own. The more you embrace your imperfections, the more you will fall in love with yourself. You will begin to see that the things you once saw as flaws are actually the things that make you extraordinary. Whether it's the way you speak, the way you love, or the way you approach life's challenges, all of it makes you uniquely you. Perfection is not all, growth is. And growth comes from embracing your imperfections. Every time you embrace a part of yourself that you once deemed flawed, you move closer to the person you are meant to be. Let go of the past, embrace your present. The past is like a heavy anchor that we drag along behind us, weighing us down. It's full of regret, lost opportunities, and what ifs. But here's the truth, the past can only hold you if you allow it to. You have the power to release it. You have the power to step out of the shadow of yesterday and into the light of today. So many of us get caught in the cycle of looking back, wishing we could change things. But what if we realized that the past is already gone? It's over. It cannot be changed. What we can change is how we respond to it. We can choose to let go of the guilt, the shame, and the memories that keep us anchored in a place that no longer serves us. Letting go of the past isn't easy. It takes courage. It takes strength. But it's the only way to truly move forward. The more you carry that baggage, the more you hold yourself back from embracing the present moment, from stepping into the future that's waiting for you. You cannot be fully present if your mind is always dwelling on the past. You cannot experience the beauty of now if you are constantly replaying the mistakes you made, the things you regret, or the things you wish had been different. Every moment is a new opportunity, and if you are stuck in the past, you are robbing yourself of the possibility of a new beginning. So ask yourself, what's holding you back from fully embracing today? What is it in your past that you need to release in order to step into your future? Whether it's a mistake you made, a relationship that ended, or a dream that didn't come true, it's time to let it go. The past doesn't have to dictate your future. You are not your past. You are not the mistakes you've made. You are not the lost opportunities or the regrets. You are someone who is capable of creating a new story, a new narrative, a new future. When you let go of the past, you make room for the present. You make room for the person you are today and the person you are becoming. You allow yourself to fully embrace the possibilities of now. And when you do that, you will see that everything changes, not because your circumstances change, but because you change. The past is gone. What matters now is what you choose to do with today. So, let go of the burden, let go of the chains, embrace the present, and step forward into the life you deserve. Forgiving yourself is an act of self-love. Forgiveness isn't always easy. It's much easier to hold on to resentment, anger, or regret. But when you refuse to forgive, you are only hurting yourself. You are keeping yourself stuck in a cycle of pain, a cycle that doesn't allow for healing or growth. Forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness, is an act of self-love. When you forgive yourself, you are telling yourself, I am worthy of peace. You are telling yourself that you deserve to move on, to grow, and to step into the future without the weight of guilt holding you back. Forgiveness isn't just for others, it's for you. It's the key that unlocks your freedom. But forgiveness doesn't mean you forget. It doesn't mean you erase the pain or the lessons learned. It simply means you stop allowing the past to dictate your present. You stop letting it control your emotions, your thoughts, and your decisions. You take back your power by forgiving yourself and choosing to move forward. When you forgive yourself, you break the cycle of self-punishment. You stop punishing yourself for the things you did or didn't do. You stop holding on to the story of guilt and shame that you've been telling yourself. Instead, you rewrite that story. You rewrite it with love, compassion, and understanding. Forgiveness is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. It is a sign that you are ready to move forward, to heal, and to embrace all the beautiful things that life has in store for you. When you forgive yourself, you are opening the door to peace, to joy, and to freedom. Self-love is about acceptance. It's about understanding that you are human, and humans make mistakes. But those mistakes don't define you. What defines you is your ability to rise again, to keep going, and to keep loving yourself through the process. Forgiving yourself isn't about letting yourself off the hook. It's about recognizing that you are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are a person who is learning, growing, and becoming better every day. And that's all anyone can ask for. Forgiveness is an act of grace. It's a gift you give yourself. It's a declaration that you deserve to be happy, to be at peace, and to embrace the future with open arms. When you forgive yourself, you step into a new chapter of your life, one where you are free to love yourself fully, completely, and without reservation. At the end of the day, forgiving yourself is not about erasing the past, but about making peace with it. It's about acknowledging the mistakes, the pain, and the imperfections, and allowing them to shape you into the stronger, wiser person you are today. It's about realizing that you are worthy of love and peace, not because you're perfect, but because you are human. You have the power to release the weight of guilt and regret that holds you back. When you forgive yourself, you unlock the freedom to move forward, to embrace each day with the hope that it brings, and to trust in your ability to grow. Your past does not define you. Your ability to rise above it and create a better future does. So let go of what no longer serves you. Release the anger, the shame, guilt. Embrace the person you are right now, flaws and all, and step into the next chapter of your life with grace, confidence, and self-love. Remember, you are worthy of forgiveness, and you are worthy of the life that lies ahead. Keep moving forward, knowing that with each step, you are becoming the person you were always meant to be.